Hey there, it's Dr. Drdreya. This is the 10th episode of Dr. Drdreya Cybergal for Jesus, Words of Encouragement or WOE. The objective of this 10th video is to expound on a point I made in WOE episode 2 and in other reels or vlogs posted on my Instagram regarding the notion of the majority. Throughout scripture, see 1 Chronicles 12:29, Acts 27:12, and 2 Corinthians 2:6, we can see how the will of the majority of a group of people can often lead to a particular decision or outcome. In many cases, especially in Western societies, the majority often has power, which can subsequently lead to a sense of pride and control that ultimately can become oppressive to those in the minority. Here, it's important to note that pride can eventually lead to God's resistance because he resists the proud but gives grace to the humble. See James 4:6 and 1 Peter 5:5. From a legal perspective, court decisions and opinions that are written by justices and judges are referred to as the majority opinion or majority view in American jurisprudence and represents the majority vote of the justices or judges hearing a case. As I continue to read The Great Dissenter by Peter S. Canales, I'm inspired by U.S. Supreme Court Justice John Marshall Harlan, who served 34 years on the U.S. Supreme Court from 1877 to 1911 and who came to be known as the Great Dissenter. Justice John Marshall Harlan often saw things differently from his peers, and it was his minority, not majority view on key American cases that eventually set forth the framework for what became the 20th century civil rights movement. In the biblical book of Numbers, chapters 13 and 14, the majority report given by the 10 spies was deemed an evil report because what they reported reflected unbelief in God's promises. Shout out to the late Dr. Michael Heiser's video on why the Israelites wandered in the desert. So for this WOE, my word of encouragement and prayer is that we believers discern God's perspective on any given matter, even if it goes against the majority view, or the majority report. Until next time, it's Dr. Drdreya encouraging us to continue to reflect Jesus even in these cyber streets.